Hello and welcome to my video. I'm going to talk about all of the specs of the DOER, comparing the tools with the Power 8, which is almost the same as the DOER but doesn't have the brushless tools. And I'm also comparing the DOER with the Ryobi, who are probably the best affordable DIY tool you can buy. DOER has said that they're not competing against the likes of DeWalt or Milwaukee. So I'm going to look at the brands that are lower priced than all of the big players in the power tool market. We are going to look at the drill driver first. And the brushless drill driver from the DOER is looking really good. It is brushless, has 2000 RPMs, 21 clutch settings, a metal chuck, and 50 Newton meters max torque. If you compare it with the compact rigid, it almost has identical specs. And the rigid is liked by all the reviews I've seen. The rigid seems to have the perfect amount of power for a drill driver. The rigid has 400 inch-pounds max torque, which is the same as the DOER or less, and 1750 RPMs. So the DOER does have a slight edge over the rigid, which is really good. But if you look at the brushed version, it is not good. The Power 8 and the DOER brushed versions are the same. And in 2020, I don't get why any tool is brushed. This drill driver is not going to be capable of doing anything that they're showing in the commercials, especially not the Lathe. Usually lathes have at least 3000 RPMs, but this lathe only has 1350 RPMs. The circular saw that the DOER has is brushless and is the most important tool in my opinion for the DOER because it's a circular saw, of course, and a table saw. These are the tools I see myself using mostly on the DOER. The specs look good with 4600 RPMs and it bevels up to 55 degrees. This circular saw is a lot better than the brushed Power 8 version. It only has 3800 RPMs, but everything else is the same. The Ryobi is very comparable with the DOER. It almost has identical specs with 4700 RPMs. These specs are alright, although you would want to have the very best when you're using the table saw. But I think the circular saw is going to be really good and the table saw is going to be fine. The Jigsaw does not have a brushless version, and I hope that they will release one in the near future. But maybe this brushed version is alright. DOER seem confident that their Jigsaw is good. It has 2800 SPMs, and that is reasonable for a brushed Jigsaw. And the Power 8's specs are the same. But the DOER is not better than the brushed Ryobi, which has 3000 SPMs. But I think that it's surprising that the DOER can almost keep up with the Ryobi. And the DOER is better than the Porter cable, which only has 2500 SPMs. And all of these Jigsaw have orbital action. The flashlight does have an option to be a lantern, which is really nice, and I haven't seen anybody else doing that. The specs for the DOER and the Power 8 is that the flashlight has 250 lumens and is almost the same as the Makita 18 volt LXT 12 LED flashlight, which has 240 lumens. The foam cutter I don't see myself using, but the DOER's temperature can range from 50 to 300 degrees, and the one foam cutter I found on Home Depot's website has almost the same specs. Then lastly, there's the lathe. And if you have the brushed version of the DOER, you get 1350 RPMs. And if you have the brushless version, you get 2000 RPMs. The cheapest lathe on Home Depot's website has 3200 RPMs. So the DOER's lathe is going to be a really underpowered lathe. Thank you so much for watching the video all the way to the end. I will be making a new video soon where I'm going to be timber cladding a shed. If you liked the video, please leave a like and a subscribe. Goodbye.